How's everybody doing? It's Chris. Thank you so much for being here today. And here on the team, we are going to be doing trainings, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of really high-level trainings from your leaders. And I was asked to do a specific portion of the training. One of my strengths is actually recruiting, and I've been able to put together, and some of you may know how to do this technique. Some of you that I've been reading in a lot of the comments from some of the videos may be new to network marketing. So you kind of don't know where to really begin on sharing or even creating the communication that is actually going to lead to the convo about our amazing product. Now, this actually works for any product across the board. No matter what you're selling, you can actually use F.O.R.M training to actually open up your communication with anyone. And this is even good just to use in your relationships or anytime you're just trying to build trust, which you know that enough trust ends up leading into the sale a lot more than just sending a 3-minute video without, talking to the person or anything like that. That is an absolute no-no. And if you've done that, it's not your fault. You just may have never been trained on how to actually present, how to open up those lines of communication. And so I definitely wanted to be the one to kind of help with that. And we can do a little bit of mock what I do and what I say, and I'd like to share that with you as well. So I'm excited that you're here. I won't take too much of your time. It doesn't take that long. But this is something that you can actually plug into play. Right after this, you can jump on Facebook and actually start hitting your list of 100 people and actually putting this into play. And I think you're going to see a much higher level of success using this training. So as we begin, the first thing that we want to look at, let's say we've got John, and John is a chiropractor, and you haven't seen John for years, but you want to get to know John, or you've known him for years, but you haven't talked to him because obviously we don't talk to people on a daily basis. What is the first way, and you know John would be phenomenal at your business and selling your products, how are you going to position yourself to where you can eventually get to showing this amazing product and what it does? If we shoot the gun on this and just say, hey, what's going on, man? I want you to take a look at this, and we don't build that rapport, the success and the percentage of success when you smash people into that type of dealing with people is going to drastically drop. So how do we raise that percentage up of people that will at least give you the time of day? Well, it comes from just, understanding that they are people too. And I don't think you would want somebody coming up to you in the mall going, hey, those sales guys are always like, oh, I don't want to talk to that guy. They're always trying to give you salts and rub your hands and do your hair. That stuff, it just doesn't work. And if it does work, it's on a very low percentage. So people crave in their lives relationships. And that's especially when it comes to sales. People are not buying the product per se. They're actually buying you. And I know that you've heard that a lot. So how do we position ourselves? And the first thing that you always can open up with, and it's the first thing that I always open up with, is family. So we're going to call John or text him or PM him, and we're going to say, hey, John, how you doing? Man, it's been a long time. How is the family? How you guys been? Just how are you? That's going to lead into, oh, man, I'm doing great, Chris. Man, it's been forever. How long's it been? 3 years? Yeah, man, 3 years. How's the family, man? How's the missus? Good. How are the kids? Hey, I went on your Facebook and checked out the kids, man. They are grown. I cannot believe it has already been 6 years. That is amazing. So what's your wife doing, and what have you been up to lately? Are you still running your chiropractic clinic? Yeah, absolutely, Chris. I've been doing that for such and such, and it will start to kind of take this natural path of communication down the road. So I'm asking him again about his job, how it's going. Now, a lot of things that he is going to be doing on this end, I can actually use as bullets on the back end as well. So he may say, ah, man, the clinic's not doing too well, actually. We had to shut that down, and I've been doing, just more, face-to-face, and it's been kind of hard. So right there is something that I'm writing down, all right? I'm actually writing down these things that I can turn around in the back end after he has seen the message and say, hey, man, I know that you're looking for something that we can plug in, whether it be just part-time or whatever, but that's going to be on the back end. So listen, always be actively listening. Don't be thinking about the actual message. We will get to that. Be thinking about everything that he's telling you. Write it down. If he says something about the family and he says, yeah, man, the missus, she's been dealing with, arthritis in her knees and her elbows or whatever, and you write that down, because that's going to come in handy, especially with our product that we have to deliver him. So be writing everything down. First off, it's going to help you listen. And secondly, it's going to give you things that you can plug in if he starts to back out on the back end, okay? So you're going to say, hey, how's the family? Good, catch up on that. Ask 2 questions in between each of these, okay? So if you ask about his wife and he gives you a response, ask another one doing with the family, okay? And he'll give you more information. And if you can, go even further. Go 15 deep if you can. But at least go 2 more questions, okay, in each of these. Occupation, same way. Well, what do you like about what you're doing? Da-da-da-da. He'll tell you. Write down what he likes. Well, what do you dislike about it? I mean, have you been doing this for a while? What are some of the things that you kind of don't like about it as well? So the deeper you go and the more questions that you can ask, the more you're building trust, the more you're bridging the gap between what our product can do on the back end or our business can do on the back end and where you're at currently, just being somebody he hasn't heard from in 6 years, okay? So first off, listening will make sure that the active listening, when you continue to dig down deep and continue to ask these questions, is going to get you closer to the sale, okay? So the next thing that you want to do is you want to do recreation. Well, and that's great, man. It sounds like the family's doing good. The business, yeah, that kind of stinks that you've closed that down and everything. And it sounds like you may be open to listening to something, or you probably don't get into that. That was it sounds like they may be open for something. So then you just go right into recreation. Like, what are you doing for fun, man? What have you been doing? Are you doing anything? Are you traveling? So what are some places that you've been? And just have an open conversation about what they like to do. Again, you want to be writing this stuff down, because the cool thing about network marketing, now anyone who knows me knows I am high energy. I love people. I love recognition. I love events. I'm an event junkie. I love watching speakers and all that. So you need to know who you're actually talking to, and recreation helps big time with that, okay? Because one of the coolest parts about being in a network marketing company, especially when we start to launch and we start to grow and we start having big time national events, is the fact that the events are a blast. There are certain people that absolutely love that type of thing. It's not just about the money for them, just like it's just not about the money for me. It's about the camaraderie. It's about the people. It's about the energy. It's about the events. So we need to kind of find out and gauge who we're talking to, so that, again, we have leverage points to talk about with being in an excited new company that's going to be coming, that we're bringing to market and all that on the back end, okay? And then after we get done seeing what type of person he is nowadays and what he's into and what he loves to do, that is when you bring them the message. So we have talked, there's times where I don't even go into the message yet, okay? I sometimes lay off. It just depends on how well the conversation went. It depends on whether I need to build a little more value, and that's something that it takes years to do, and it takes a lot of time to do as well. And what you need to think about is, did I have, during this conversation, do I have enough, personally, do I feel that there is enough trust built to say, hey, John, well, look, man, I've been thinking about you. we were talking about what you were doing. You asked me what I was doing, and I've stumbled upon a phenomenal business that just launched. I'm no expert on it. In fact, typically what I do is I'm going to show you a 3-minute video, and then let me know what you like about it, because I value your opinion, and this is something that I am taking very seriously, and I have been looking for people that are just like you that are wanting to make an income for their families, people that may have lost some income. It sounds like you have as well, John. People that are high energy just like you, that love events and everything that comes with this type of business. And there's going to be some really cool stuff coming. And I just thought about you. And would you be open to at least checking out a 3-minute video and let me know what you like about it? And they're going to, obviously, if you've made enough trust, they're going to say, absolutely, brother. For you, I will absolutely take a look at that. Okay? So this is the best way to create that trust that we need in order to bridge the gap and in order for you to make the sale, in order for you to sell yourself. All right? And not only are they going to be more open to buying the product from you, especially when you get into, and man, it sounds, your wife with all of that stuff, man, we've got a testimony page that we can add you to. I'll talk about that after you watch the 3-minute video, but I think this is really going to be down your, this is really gauged towards you. And I feel like it's going to be something that can benefit you, not just physically, but man, on the business side, we are really having a lot of fun sharing this. But take a look at that. Let me follow up with you. So that is F.O.R.M training. It's very simple. I do F.O.R.M all the time, even when I'm meeting people out. If I'm at church, I F.O.R.M people. It's just a really good way to dig in, find those relationships, build those relationships. It lets them know that you actually care, because you're not talking the whole time. Because basically all these are just questions after question after question. And the more they talk, the more you win. If you find yourself talking about this product more than what you're asking questions about them and what they're doing in their lives and what is happening with them, and finding out why they would even want to be a part of your organization, then stop yourself and get your butt back to F.O.R.M, okay? Until you're ready to share the message, until you feel very confident in the fact that they're going to engage with you on this, do not even bring up the message. Sometimes you'll get a couple in and they'll be short, real short. It's not the right time yet. Make sure to follow up with them in a couple days. Hey, I was thinking about you again, and last time, and just develop the relationships, guys. We do have to sprint, absolutely, hands down. But how Danny and I have always said it is network marketing is a marathon with levels of sprints in between. All right, so we are here for the long haul. We do not need to smash every single person into our 3-minute video without building the relationships. And we have a responsibility to network marketing to do this the right way, not just to Newulife. People need to think of Newulife as just a cut above. It needs to be separated. It needs to not be one message, auto reply sent over to them with a big verbiage thing. No one is engaging those anymore. They do not work. Network marketing will always be belly to belly, face to face. Hey, I want to come on board with you. I'm here for you. This is how we do it. This product's going to help you no matter what. And that is how we need to get back to. And a lot of you guys were on Eric Worre's recording, and he talks a lot. I don't know if any of you follow him, but he speaks a lot on how upside down network marketing has gotten. It has gotten to where it's non-stop product. It is almost as if the relationship building portion of it has been flushed down the toilet. We have to get back. We are better than that. Newulife is better than that. Everybody watching in this group, I want Gold Diggers to be a group of motivated, stone cold hustlers that do it the right way, that people love to buy from month after month because they love you as a person, and they love what the product can do, and they love what it's doing for them financially. So I hope this helped a little bit, guys. Use F.O.R.M. Quick recap: family. Ask them what's going on. Occupation. See what it is about their business that they like, dislike, that type of thing. Recreation. Let's find out what type of person they are. Are they straight up money, or are they more gauged towards energy and life and more of that? Because there's going to be a couple different types of people. And then after that, after you've built enough, trust, and you feel comfortable enough to do it, you knock out the message, okay? And then there's also some great trainings. Make sure you go in and check out all the other leaders as well, and they'll be giving you guys a lot more training. Also, the gel show is coming. It's going to kind of be like this. We're going to do the presentation that corporate put together, and it's going to be extremely high level, and I think you're going to be very surprised on how fast you guys grow, and I think you're going to be very surprised on how fast people will catch on and actually do this in a right way, and we'll take all the heavy lifting off your load. You just got to get people in there and be forming them, and eventually you guys will be doing this yourselves, and I feel like everybody will be their own little branch of your own groups doing the same things and teaching. So make sure to pass this down to your teams as well. Share this if you've hit a like button below, and we'd love to see you guys. We'd love to see you guys on the team. Thanks all my people that are out there watching. I love you guys. Have a good one. Take care.